shot time.
Oh boy!
Welcome back to another episode of Learning Trick Shots is a Load of Fun. Today we're going to start a short series of 3 shots that include quarters and a shot glass. They're very old trick shots, been around for a long time, but they do have a practical use, even though technically during a game you're not going to have a quarter or a shot glass anywhere near the table. Unless, of course, it's quarter table. But that aside, you know, these are old trick shots. These are fun. They do serve a purpose, though, because in pulling these off, you have to understand how the cue ball actually makes contact with the rail. Because the cue ball and the balls in general, they're spherical in shape. Obvious thing is not trying to be Captain Obvious there, but a lot of times for whatever reason, pool players will look at a rail shot or look at trying to hit a certain spot on the rail and not take that spherical shape into account. So they tend to come up short or come up long on their shot and trying to hit the rail. Well, if you take a quarter and you put the edge of the quarter right at the center of a ball and look at where the opposite edge of that quarter sits, you'll notice that it's even with the edge of the ball. So a quarter is actually like the equivalent to half a ball. All right, so if you aim the center of the cue ball at the specific spot on the rail that you're trying to hit, then you're going to miss it by half a ball. And that's because of that distance from the center of the cue ball to the edge of the cue ball. So when you're aiming to hit a particular spot on the rail, you need to aim the center of the cue ball half a ball farther up rail than where you're actually wanting to make contact on the rail. All right. So when you do these trick shots that I'm about to show you over the next couple of weeks, and you actually try them, that will make a lot more sense to you. And you'll start understanding why you're missing some of your rail shots. That was something important for me to learn when I was first learning pool. And when I understood that, making rail shots became a whole lot easier for me. And then it was just a matter of practice to make sure that I got consistent with where I was aiming and how I was hitting the ball and the rail and when in relationship to each other that happened. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get into this video, this particular trick shot, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me pause this because it starts real fast. So the setup on here is basically really simple. You want to take and put the 9 ball over in one corner. It doesn't matter if it's this corner or the other corner where my hand is, as long as you put it in a corner pocket. All right. And then what you want to do after that is you want to set your cue ball up somewhere in this 1 diamond, 2 diamond area in order to pull this shot off. Because essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to send the cue ball down table to make contact with the rail right here in line with the quarter in the shot glass. Okay. And that's important because if you don't hit that exact spot on the rail, the quarter is not going to hop up and go into the shot glass. All right. And that's part of the object of this trick shot. That's the first part of it. Right. In order to do this trick shot correctly, you have to make the quarter into the shot glass and then go the 3 rails to hit the 9 ball. All right. So the quarter and where to place it on the rail. All right. So in order to do the 3 rail shot on a bar box table, you're basically aiming your shot just about right here. All right. Just short of where that chalk is in order to get the cue ball to go the 3 rails. Because in order for this shot to work, the cue ball has to hit the rail right there. If it doesn't hit the rail right there, then you're probably not going to make the shot. But again, if you're wanting to make contact here on the rail, then you're going to need to aim the center of the cue ball 1/4 distance down the rail. So basically about right here in order to make sure that you hit that actual spot on the rail. Now, if you notice, when you draw a line from the cue ball to that spot on the rail that I'm aiming, it goes basically just shy of where that chalk is. Okay. That's accounting for the spherical nature of the cue ball. All right. So that's what you're needing to do in order to hit this exact spot on the rail. All right. In order to get that quarter to jump up. All right. So the shot glass, all right, itself needs to be in a direct line with the quarter, and the shot glass needs to be on the wood area somewhere. All right. I usually put it roughly about a 1/2 inch away from where the rubber starts, especially on a bar box. 8-foot tables, 9-foot tables, depending on how the rails are, et cetera, that could change. So the first couple times you do the shot on a particular table, watch how the quarter reacts. Watch where it goes. Watch how far you miss or make that shot, make the quarter into the shot glass, because then that's going to give you a better understanding of where exactly on the rail to place that shot glass. All right. So that's the setup. Okay. Super simple, super easy. Let me go ahead and pull up the execution diagram here for you guys. There we go. And this is basically what's going to happen. As you notice, all right, on the diagram, I pointed out your aim point. All right, if you look at that, that's basically the same distance as a quarter in between where the quarter and that aiming point is. That's to compensate for the spherical nature of the cue ball, and to ensure that you make contact at the proper point in order to make the quarter jump into the shot glass. All right, so then the cue ball is going to go around your 3 rails, hit that spot on the table that I was talking about right here, even with that first diamond past the side pocket on the same side that you're starting from, in order for it to actually make it to the pocket. All right, and pocket the 9 ball. And that's it. It's super simple to set up, super simple to do once you understand it. As you can see on the spin diagram, I do use 3 o'clock English on this. How much you're going to need in order to pull this shot off is going to be something that you'll want to experiment with on the table that you're doing it on. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and play this out so you can see it actually happening. Okay. Now watch very carefully, and you'll see that quarter jump into the shot glass after the cue ball makes contact with the rail. You see it? It happens so fast. Let's do it one more time. Did you see it? All right, one more time. Boom. There it is. All right. That is the trick shot for this week. Super simple to set up. Super simple to do. You might have to practice it a couple times. Do it a few times in order to get the knack for it. But once you do get it down, and once you succeed at it one time, it's going to be a lot easier to do it going forward on a consistent basis. All right. This is one of those things, just having fun with the friends back in the day. You know, it's like, I'll bet you $1 I can get that quarter into the shot glass. Or then you turn around and go, you know, hey, I'll give you 5 attempts or 3 attempts or whatever you want to do, right? I'll give you 3 attempts to try and get that quarter in the shot glass and make the 9 ball. If you do it in 3 times, then you get whatever, you know, or just something fun, you know. Hey, you know, if you can manage to get the quarter in the shot glass and make the 9 ball on the same shot, then I'll buy your next drink or whatever. It's just it's something fun, something different to throw into the game, to have fun with your friends at the pool hall. But at the same time, it also teaches you that lesson about the physics of the game when it comes to the balls being spherical and trying to hit a specific spot on the rail. Okay. It becomes very beneficial to have that understanding, and that's why I'm throwing this particular trick shot into the mix. Next week, I'm going to complicate it a little bit. We're going to do another quarter shot, but it's going to involve a jump. And if you tune in next week, then I'm going to give a brief tutorial on how to actually do the jump shot. All right. I know there's a lot of videos out on YouTube that explain it very well. However, after a lot of thought, I just figured that it would be appropriate that if I'm going to teach you a jump shot, then, you know, I need to show you exactly how to hit the cue ball and the techniques behind it and explain that as well. So next week's going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to be, you know, a little bit more informative. I'll teach you how to actually do the jump shot. I'll teach you what to do, what not to do, what's actually getting the cue ball off the table, that kind of stuff. And then I'll go into the trick shot itself and explain how to do that one. But that's next week. So if you guys enjoyed this, if you like this, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd really love to hear from you guys on what you want to see, what you think of these trick shots. If you try them and if you pull them off, I'd love to hear about it. Please share it. I would rather this be a two-way conversation channel with you guys having input into it than to me just get on here and blab my chops, you know. I want you guys to like what you're seeing, like what's going on, and have a part in what's going on here. So like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Hit the notification bell so that you know every time one of these videos comes out. At this point, I now have, I think it's 19 episodes, including this one, where I'm going over various trick shots. Some have multiple trick shots that I go over. The shorter ones usually just only go over one trick shot like this one did. But that's to try and keep it simple, teach you guys one trick shot, let you go out, practice it, try it, come back, give me feedback, tell me what you think. If you're having any trouble with the trick shots, please leave a comment, let me know what you're having trouble with. Describe what's happening with the cue ball and with the object balls. It'll help me have a better idea of what might be going wrong if it's not working right for you, and give you some tips on how to maybe make some adjustments and get the shot to work for you. So that's what I want this channel to be. That's what I'm hoping it'll be. But for that to happen, I need you guys to give me feedback. So like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and we will see you guys next week.